Hi everyone, today I decided to do a page in my Sommer Spaziergang by Rita Berman. I have done hardly anything in this book. I've done 2 pages and I really need to work in her books a lot more than I have. So I've done that one and see if you can see all of the glitter, and I have done that one, which now I'm looking at it, it's not even finished. I still have a couple of bubbles to write out and then these little starfish or whatever they are to do. That's kind of annoying. However, I thought we would do this one, like a rose wreath, and we are going to be using some budget watercolour pencils. These are zoneart. They came in this case. I can't turn to flip over because it's going to hit the camera if I do that. But yeah, I haven't used them much. I bought them to just kind of try out watercolour pencils because I had never used them before. And then I kind of tried them and I really enjoyed using them. So I hit a new job. Yeah, so I really enjoy using them. So then I got the Albadures, and since I got the Albadures, I haven't used them since, but I thought, why not? So I've got 2 water brushes, a bigger tip and a finer tip, and you'll see where we go with that. So let's see if I can zoom you in, and that should, sorry about that. There we go, that should do. So I think we're going to start with the leaves, and I've been using a lot of bright greens recently, so I kind of want to go to more of the olivey tones, I think. So, you know, some darker types. I can't remember how well these dissolve, to be honest with you. I don't, you know, obviously I am not expecting them to be like my Albadures, but I think they were maybe £12–15 for, I have no idea how many they are. I think it's 120. So I'm just going to kind of base one of these leaves with this colour. Now these don't have a colour name on them. They just say zoneart watercolour pencil and zoneart there, but they do have a colour number. So this is 69. I don't want to do too much with this page. I do want it to look watercolour-y, so I'm not going to try and get really, you know, deep colours and that. I do want it kind of, you know, the translucency you kind of get with watercolour. I do want to keep that. So as you may know, or you may not if you are new here, I love using water mediums in my books. I will use them in any book, basically. Absolutely any book. Amazon paper, good paper, bad paper, whatever. I will have a crack at using, water mediums in them. Because I just find it so much fun. And it's so much quicker, in my opinion. Or it can be. Not always, depending on, how much detail you want to go. So I'm just basically scribbling a layer down, and then I will choose a darker colour and just add, a little bit of shadow, a little bit of depth. Like I said, not much. And I probably won't go back over anything. Which, with like watercolour pencils and stuff, you can, is that a flower or a leaf? I think that's a leaf, isn't it? You can put a layer down, activate it, and you can put another layer down and activate it, and you can keep going. And then, you can go over the top dry with the same pencils or different pencils. There is a lot you can do with them. Another thing you can do is just take the colour straight off the tip with a wet paint brush, or a water brush, and do it like that if you want. I sometimes do that to add a bit more depth in, but I don't tend to exclusively, colour with them like that. It really just depends on, how I'm feeling, to be honest with you. Sorry if my hand gets in the way. I am left-handed, and it can be kind of difficult, actually. We've got this little bit here. Some down here. I have no idea what I want to do for the background, but I do think I want to do kind of maybe pinky peachy roses. Something different from, your traditional red rose. There's another leaf. Yep, there's another one. And another. I'm just gonna say, shout at me if you see any leaves I've missed. I think that might be all of them. But you can guarantee I've probably missed some somewhere. So now I'm gonna go with number 70, and I'm just gonna keep this really, really simple and just put a little bit of shading, just at the bottom of the leaves, basically. I'm not going for realistic or anything like that. Could do with giving this a little bit of a sharpen, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go around and just add this colour on the bottom of all of our leaves, and then that's basically our leaves done. And then, well, we'll activate it and see how it looks. I know a lot of people like to use alcohol marker, you know, your alcohol blender marker to activate, you know, watercolours, watercolour pencils and ink tints and things like that. I do not like to use that. Let's put down on this end. I find it makes them look weird. The colours don't look how they should, kind of thing. And I have had problems with the alcohol marker alcohol blender, with when the pencil bleeding onto the other page. I can't remember what book it was in, but I do remember that happened, and it bled onto the next page, and it was a page I really liked, and it was not a colour I could cover up easily. So yeah, since then I tend to just use water to do them. There's the end of that one. There it is. So I hope everyone is okay. It is Monday night at the moment. We had a quiet weekend. Just spent walking the dogs mostly. I was in a bit of a slump and I wanted to colour and I just couldn't pick anything. It's been happening to me a lot recently. I've been sat there and I was like, right, I want to colour, I'm really excited to colour, you know, I want to do something, and then I flick through like 20 books and I'm just like, I can't pick something, and I end up doing nothing. But I've decided now, when that happens to me, I'm just going to get out one of my Disney colour by numbers and just start doing a page in there. I've got like 6 pages started or something in them at the moment. Kind of ridiculous, but I really enjoy doing the black lines on them. So I kind of start doing, you know, doing the black lines on a page, and then that's done. And then I'm just like, yeah, I'll just go to the next page and do the black lines on the next page, and so on and so forth. Without it kind of, you know, me realising that, oh, I actually have to finish these pages at some point. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to turn the sound down on my phone, because I am sure that is just really annoying. Okay. I should have done that on the other video, because I know it was going off a lot on that one as well. It's going to vibrate, but, you know, at least there's no sound. Okay, I think that is the leaves done. Yeah. No, I think I'll go with the smaller one actually. So, give it a squeeze. Okay, and then we're just gonna make a start. That's very light. Like I said, I haven't used these in probably over a year. So I can't remember. Oh, dear. Oh, I am just making that way worse. What am I doing? It's watercolour, Sean. You should be able to just kind of... Whatever. That will be covered up by a background of some sort. So, yeah. What was I saying? I can't remember how well these work. But from the looks of it, they dissolve quite nicely. Like I said, I haven't used them in about a year, I think. Maybe longer. But I do remember when I did use them, I did really like them. And that's why I got my Albators, because I was like, if, you know, these ones which are really, really cheap work so well, then imagine what, you know, Albators are going to be like. And I do love them so much. So as you can see, I'm, you know, starting from the lightest colour and then going into the dark colour. And then if I need to, I will bring the darker colour out a little bit more if I want. It's, you know, it just depends on how you want it to look. So, yeah. I'm not sure what was going on with my internet last night. I put the colour and chat of the Carla Magana page to upload overnight when I went to bed. And in the morning, it still hadn't even started to upload. It was still just, you know, preparing to. So that was annoying. So I had to cancel it and redo it. And then it actually, you know, started uploading pretty much straight away then. But the internet here is atrocious. Just checking you can still see what I'm doing. Yeah, the internet is atrocious here. It's so slow. I live in South Wales in the valleys. And I swear we're like 10 years behind everything. Like I can't remember if we even get 4G yet here. I think we're still stuck on 3G. So yeah, internet is terrible. Uploading takes absolutely forever. Ideally, I need to try and keep videos to an hour or less. But it doesn't always happen, you know. I don't want to be, you know, kind of pinned in a corner of how long videos can be. I know, you know, I can do multiple parts, of course, but personally myself, I absolutely love watching a longer video. Like, you know, if you upload a 2-hour video, I am there for it, you know. And we're talking, I don't watch videos that have got music over the top and things like that, because I like to watch them, you know, as I'm doing my colouring or my diamond painting, cross stitch, or, you know, whatever crafty thing I want to do that day. So that, yeah, maybe just move that down just a touch. Sorry, mine's gone blank. Yeah. I like to watch YouTube videos when I'm, you know, crafting or whatever. And I look up occasionally, but, you know, I'm not spending the entire time just staring at the screen. So I do like it, you know, when there's someone there, you know, chatting away. And that is kind of how I like to do my videos. You know, kind of like, you know, you're on a video call with a friend, and, you know, you're just chatting backwards and forth. Apart from the fact that I'm just talking to myself. But don't worry, I am extremely good at talking to myself. So that's all fine. I just sometimes repeat myself a lot, I think. Okay, so I've nearly activated all of these leaves. I think I'm quite happy with how they look, so I don't think we're gonna go back over them with anything. Like I said at the start, I do kind of want to keep, you know, the kind of watercolour-y effect, so I don't want to mess around with them too much. And as you can see, the pigment on these pencils move so well. I think I lucked out when I bought these, to be honest with you. And, you know, I've heard some horror stories about, you know, budget watercolour pencils. That they just, you know, they don't dissolve properly, they leave loads of lines everywhere, you can see your pencil marks and all of that. And that's kind of what I was expecting with these. But it is not. They dissolve really nicely. As you can see, you can go, you know, back in and rework them a little bit if you need to. Okay. So I think that's all the leaves. Now, the flowers. Yes. Sorry, I just need to bring pencils over here a second and have a look. I'll do that one, which is number 31. That one, which is 27. And then, see if I can turn it up without hitting everything. Maybe this one, which is 83. Let's see how those go. Let's see what I think of this. Okay, so let's just start with a smaller one. And we'll just put a layer of that down over everything. And I think we'll do one flower completely and activate it and see what we think. before going on to the other ones. That might be smart. Okay, so that, and then we're going to go in with the next one and start putting in some shadows. Some of them I will completely cover with that colour, some of them I will leave some of the more peachy colour showing through. Depends, you know, on the size of the leaf and everything. And kind of circle that out a bit. Now I'm going to go in with the third one, which is darkest. Should be anyway. And just add in some of this. Now you probably can't really see, you know, a whole lot of what's going on. I do kind of just want these, you know, quite delicate looking, I guess. So now I'm going to go back with our water brush and just start to activate and see what we think. I think that looks okay. I just wanted them to be, you know, really pretty pale pink kind of colour. Work into the middle. Like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, we will just, yeah, do that exact same thing for all of the flowers. So, as you can see, when it comes to watercolour pencils, I am not careful about what I do. I am just scribbling away like a little kid. Like that. And the other pink, or the light pink, I think I should say, because the other one's a bit more of a peachy pink. And I don't want much of that peachy pink really coming through. It's just there to kind of keep the other pinks from, you know, getting too dark on me. I don't know if I would with these, but that is something I do like to do with most things. If I know I want something to be quite light and pastel-y, then I will use a really light colour as a base. Okay, now I'm with the darker one. And we're just going to pop that in the shadows a bit more. Now, if I wanted to, once everything's activated and dry, I could go back in and add more layers. But that's not what I really want to do for this page. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We are just going to leave it how it is. and just keep it quite simple. Some dark in the middle. Let's activate that one. That's the wrong brush. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Honestly, sometimes I think if I had a brain, I would be dangerous. Like, my brain just does not work properly at the moment. It gets annoying. I've done all sorts of things. I've made myself a cup of coffee, gone to put the milk back in the fridge and put my coffee in the fridge instead of the milk, and then stood there for like 10 minutes just like, well, where'd my coffee go? Yeah, that happens far more than I want to admit. So, I am just not being careful here at all. I am not sticking to one petal. I'm just, doing that. It looks very faded on screen. It is light, but it's not quite that pale. But it's fine. So I hope you guys don't mind long videos. Let me know in the comments, if you prefer one long video or if you would prefer things to be split up into shorter videos. I personally prefer longer videos, but if you don't, just let me know. And if a lot of people, prefer shorter ones, I'm happy to do a mixture of, shorter and longer. So if you are following along with this, which I would be surprised if you are, but it would be wonderful. But if you are, do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't scribble like this. Unless you know the pencils you're using and you know that it doesn't matter if there's, lines everywhere. You know that they'll dissolve. And obviously, if you're just using normal pencils, don't do this. Don't, unless you want to just scribble, but, do your nice little circles and all of that. But, I've kind of gotten the feel for these a bit now, and I know pretty much what I can do with them. So I just want to give this one a sharpen. So that's the sharpener I used, the Faber-Castell one. It's got, don't know if you can see, but it's got the colour, the jumbo and the graphite. It's basically different lengths of tips. So the graphite gets you really quite a long tip. which is what I used for there. The colour is slightly shorter and the jumbo is again slightly shorter. The jumbo is very good for your larger, thicker pencils. So your Derwents, your Illuminants, and then things like crayons, and that will fit in there. Trying to think what I want to do for a background, and nothing's really coming to me. But I may actually stop this soon, because I am sure we are getting to the point where it's just going to take forever to upload. It's so annoying, honestly. Like, uploading stuff is kind of slow at the best of times. But when your internet is just absolute rubbish, it's just like, yeah. Not good. I'm just gonna go and put in this one in some places. I am so sorry if all you can hear is my phone buzzing. I do apologize. Instagram groups are very busy tonight. Okay. And now we're just going to go backwards and forwards between those two colours to just do the three roses. Using the middle pink to bring it out a bit further, but not quite as far as the peach. And then using the darkest one as our shadow colour. I'm not being, very specific. I'm not, I haven't got a light source or anything like that going on here. But you can take it, as far as you want. If you want to do, dramatic lighting, or, whatever you want to do, you do it. The best way, to improve is to just do it. And it can be scary, just jumping in and trying something you've never done before. I'm just going to move this down just a little bit so I can reach easier. Because I'm used to having my head right over the top of my picture. But my camera is very close. It's like, yeah, very close. So I can't lean over, otherwise, one, all you would see would be my head, and two, my head would just hit my iPad. So yeah. Let's do this bird. So we're gonna kind of just work up the sides a bit. Center, and then do exactly the same, but just not up quite as high. I probably could have done with doing a slightly darker pink than this one, but it's okay. So what are everyone's plans for this month? Do you have any particular, colouring goals you would like to complete? Are you focusing on any particular book or series of books? Let me know in the comments, what you're wanting to do. For me, I haven't really got anything planned. I have one body colour in Mythographic Voyage, and that's pretty much it. I am part of the Ivy and Inky Butterfly full book colour along with Amanda Colours and Disney Meg. But the pages the past couple of months have been ones that I have just been dreading, and I just don't want to do them. So I'm kind of taking a bit of a break from that. I'll do them at some point. I'm just not really feeling in the mood to do them at the moment. So yeah. Okay. As I have been saying quite a bit recently, we do have Space Timber coming up, which is basically colour space in September. Now, I don't think we really have any rules as to, what classifies as space. But I know a lot of us are planning to do, if it's out in space kind of thing, not just, if you can see, stars or sun or moon, and that's space. But, it's really up to you. And if you don't have anything, you can always just draw something in. But I can guarantee pretty much, that you've got a book somewhere that has something to do with space in it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a lot of bright colours. A lot of kind of galaxy backgrounds and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. We will see when the time comes what I decide to do. I am planning on kind of doing flip throughs of some books, that have space images in them, and showing you those. So if you have any of them, you can, pick one out and colour space with us all. Okay, I think that is all of the flowers coloured. So let's just start activating. So as I was saying, you know, towards the start of this video, I kind of want to keep the, you know, watercolour look of this page, even though everything is kind of screaming out to me to go back in and to do some shading and that, but I don't think I will, because this is like how I wanted it to look, kind of thing. Just, you know, really simple. Need a little bit more water flowing there. There we go. Delicate. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I just want it to look quite delicate. You know? Just checking, you can still see, and I think you can. Just I absolutely love Rita's books. I have all of them, I think. The newest one was Africa, wasn't it? If so, then yeah, I have all of them, apart from the compilation. Compilation? Whatever it is. You know, the 4 seasons in one book. I don't have that because I have all of the 4 season books, so I didn't feel the need to get it. And I'm not overly a seasonal colourist, to be honest. Sometimes I'll get the urge, you know, to do a summer page or an autumn or winter, whatever page. But most of the time, I just do whatever I feel like. Okay, I think that is all of the flowers done. So, a background. I don't know what I want to do. So I'm just putting these pencils away for a second, and then I'm gonna choose background. I think, you know, whatever colour this is. And 119. I think it's like a, I don't know. Let's just see. Like a greyish green kind of colour. And I think that will work quite nicely. So I apologise if this video is ridiculously long. I imagine I am probably at or over the hour mark now. So I'm not going to colour the entirety, you know, all the way out. I am just going to kind of come out just by leaves, just a little bit. And hopefully we will just kind of fade it off. So we'll have darker colour kind of in the middle. Well, not a darker colour, it's the same colour, but you know, a more rich version of that colour. And see if we can just kind of fade it off into nothing. And see if that works. want to get stress inks. Like, it's so bad. I want stress inks. But yeah, that's not gonna happen at the moment. And I have a bunch of pencils. I really need to get open stock because I am nearly out of them. And yeah, I just need, you know, a big stock up really, but yeah. We'll see. One day. Okay. So that is my extremely scribbly background. Now I'm gonna use the bigger paintbrush for this, water brush. If we can get it flowing. Oh, that's covered in purple. Okay, let's clean that off. I do not want it purple. Honestly, I am awful at cleaning brushes. And yes, I did just clean it off on my hand. So, yeah, we're just gonna go and activate. I'm not gonna worry if I go over the leaves a bit. It's all green. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'm gonna try and be a little bit more careful around the flowers, but yeah. I do not mind if the green from the leaves mixes in a bit, you know. So we're not being perfect. I don't want, like, you know, a perfect circle around. My phone is still buzzing constantly. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can, I really do apologise if it's annoying. Ooh, that's what I did not want. Though it's probably more annoying is me just going on about it constantly, to be honest with you. Okay. Nearly there. And then I would normally go over, you know, some of these dots, maybe with a gold gel pen or something. But one, my gold has run out, and two, it's, you know, this page is now going to be quite wet, so it needs to dry. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit more flow going on my brush. And I'm sure this video is long enough as it is. So I will not keep you any longer. But there. We all in frame. I think we might be. So I don't know how much you can see. Let's maybe bring this up a bit. Maybe see the shading a little bit better. So yeah, that is another page done in Rita Berman's my Sommer Spaziergang. Sorry, I do not speak German. We do not learn German here in Wales. We learn Welsh and French and the option to take Spanish if wanted. But we don't do German. So my pronunciation is probably absolutely terrible. But yeah, that is a page done. And that's done using the zoneart watercolour pencils. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.